What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So we're back in the home gym. We're going to start with some back. I'm going to get the bar set up to do some rows and we'll get straight into it. Right, guys, so what I'm going to do here is my rows. Obviously, because we don't have the proper equipment, I've got a boxing glove on one end of the bar wedged in the corner. I'm going to get my V-grip and I'm just going to get my bar from the pull down pulley system thing. That's going to go like that. And that's for my rows. So we're going to do 4 sets of 10. This set's going to be a bit lighter, just to warm me up, and then we'll go into some harder sets. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'll film a warm-up set, so I can show you technique, and then I'll film the first set I do with a bit more weight on the bar. We'll do it like that. So with my warm-up set, I just want to be about shoulders width apart. I'm aiming to hinge my hips and squeeze them shoulder blades together. So here we go. It's kind of just getting the positioning with this first set, loosen up your muscles. But I do like this little tip. It makes the bar nice and easy to grip. And it's like a bit more like a rope where you can have a bit of a wider grip rather than me just doing it with a V grip. So what I'll do, I'll get a bit more weight on it and we'll do an actual set. So we're now into the proper set. I can't get the camera any more back if you're wondering why I'm hunched down. There's a fridge behind it. This is the only corner that's really good to do this in. So I got 30 kilogram on the bar right now. Not too much, a bit more strain, but hopefully we'll bump a bit more on as we go through these sets. I mean, I haven't actually worked out in this gym in a while, so I can't remember what weights to lift, and I don't want to strain myself, just go straight into it. So let's get it. That's all right. Right, I'm going to load another 10 on, maybe 5, go for the next one. I'll try and get you a bit different angle for this next one. I know I said I was only going to do the warm-up the first set, but may as well get you in a different angle, eh? Right, so you guys are in a bit of a better angle. I've got 40 on the bar. I think the next one I'm going to do 45. We'll move on to the next exercise. So yeah, again, the hard bit about doing it here, I find just finding the position get awkward, especially with all the plates on the bar. I might just slide this back a little bit so I'm not as close to the plates, so they're not hitting on my chest. I'll slide you guys over a bit so a better view of what I'm doing. Right, guys, so I'm sorry about that, but my phone storage filled up. You didn't see the end of the set, but we move on because obviously I didn't want to end my set just because the phone died. So I am trying to work out. So we're going to do this next. We're going to do some pull downs. I've got a little tub of oil. It's basically this broken, so it scrapes a lot on this bar. And if I don't lube it up, then it's just so much resistance. I'll like pull it up one time, it'll be nice and easy. I'll pull it up the second time, it'll be like trying to lift a car, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to oil it up a bit before I use it, which is always a bit of a mission because this oil can don't always work. There we go. I like to put quite a lot on because I find this oil goes a bit tacky quite quickly. I did try and WD-40 it, but I found that was even worse. A couple of days, it'll be sticky as anything. I'm going to try not to get it on the weights as well, because if I get lubey weights, I'm dropping them all over the gym. And it's just carnage. But that's ready for the first set. Could get you guys in position. I'm going to go and do it. Right, guys, so I'm going to have you behind me on this one. We're going to do it. We're going to get into it. This is nice and light. I think these are 10 kilogram. I'm not 100% sure. But we're just trying to get the muscles warmed up. This thing, as I said in my last video, great investment for the price it is. And to have this in my garage is just godsend. That's why we need the oil. I don't know if you can see the cap from where you guys are. It's nice, you're travelling straight up the bar. It's on a bit of a slant. I'm really looking to squeeze my shoulder blades on these. I'm not going to go too heavy. I'm just looking for that squeeze. I feel like sometimes that does even more than the exercise, getting that squeeze at the end. But yeah, I didn't actually count if that was 10 or not, but we'll chuck some more weight on. We'll do some actual reps, actual sets. Right guys, so I'm going to have to do that again. I've just done a set, microphone died, didn't hear anything. So if you're wondering why I'm doing a little bit worse this set, I've already done a set on this weight. So we have a couple C-class break discs and 5 kilograms and 10 kilograms on. So C-class break discs, I assume going to be like 3 kilograms. And obviously we've got 30 kilograms for the rest of it. So it's not too bad of a weight. I like doing a bit lower weight just so I get technique, but we'll get into it. The microphone will be back on in a sec. My second one's charging. I know the phone ain't great quality, but I've got to charge them, so I'm trying to like yo-yo them between videos. Yeah, let's get it. Watch the storage fill up this video. Fuck, I hope not. I'll be fuming. Right. Halfway there. That was a good little burn. One more set to do on these. I might try and add a bit more weight on now, to be fair. Really try and just hit home with that last set before we move on to different back muscle. Right, so that's them ones done. I'm not even going to warm up with this next set. We're just going to jump into it. We're going to do these sets because I'm warmed up enough. I'm back at this point, so we're just getting done. So I've got 10 kilograms on this dumbbell. It's not too much about the weight on this one. I feel like it's a lot more about the technique. Just trying to get that squeeze. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean on the bench. Try and get it in view for you guys. Straighten my back. And I'm just kind of trying to squeeze my shoulder blade. Like, no matter what weight you do this with, you kind of get the same effect. I find if you go too heavy, you can't really get that squeeze because it's a bit of an awkward motion. You've got to kind of get your lean right, get your back straight, and then you kind of get the motion on that shoulder blade. So I'm just kind of like driving my elbow around, and you kind of, it's like you're rolling the weight around your hip. Right, so I'm going to do the other side. You guys don't really need to see that, but yeah, I'm going to do 4 of these again. Well, 3 of these after this one. Test 10, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Right guys, so we're on to the next exercise. Going to do some pull-ups. I just come to investigate the tripod. Wobble in the stand. Hachi. Hey, come here. Oh fuck. And she has knocked over the tripod where she thought it was playing and went to dash off. So this is what's left of my microphone slot, which she's now sniffing. And now she's gonna walk off inside like nothing's even happened. So I'm gonna try and put it back together, but it's a little bit wet now because it's touched the grass. And it's a bit bent. But yeah, I'm gonna fix that and then do my pull-ups. Well, so much for showing you Achi on the video this time, eh? So, I've kind of put it back together. That's what it was meant to look like, not just a circuit board. So I'm going to plug it in, hope it works. I don't think it's too wet because it stayed in my phone. My phone's really dirty though, so I need to clean that as well. Yeah, it's just not going well with the microphone in this video. Really not. I mean, all this charging. It's finally charged up, given a little bit of time. And then obviously Achi just has to go and break this. So yeah, right, let's see if it works. Right, so I believe it's working now. It's really flimsy. It only works in a certain position. It like wobbles because the end's broken. But anyway, on to the next exercise. So I'm gonna put you guys aside in a sec. I just want to show you. So from the pull-up bar, screwed this lovely piece of wood right here. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get this pull-up bar, and it basically sits on this piece of wood like this, and then these sides push into here. That gives me my pull-up bar to do the next exercise. Right, so onto the pull-up bar. I'm gonna do 4 sets of 5 because they're a little bit more difficult for me. Obviously, we're gonna. I mean, these long grip ones, I struggle to get up of it, so I'm going to do them a little bit closer because I'm trying to work more on the sides, not as much on the back. So, kind of want to flare my arms, cross my legs, and try and fill up them sides. I really feel it on them bits there. They're always a bit hard. I mean, I do some of the wide grip ones, but they're not hitting the muscle I want to hit. These, if I keep my elbows out, I go to a full drop. They kind of work on them like wings there quite nicely. So yeah, time to do the rest of the sets. Right, so we're going to retire the microphone now. I know it's still on my chest, but it's not actually there on. So I've Gorilla Glued this down. I'll probably give it a little wipe to make it look a bit prettier before I actually leave it to dry fully. But hopefully that's going to fix it. We'll see. Well done, Achi. I was trying to get her in here to get her on the video so I could explain to you guys. But every time I try and get her in here, she runs off because basically there's people around the other day. I shut her in here with me, so she won't allow her to just run about and actually come in here at all. But yeah, so the pull-ups have been done, and that's going to be it for this episode, series, whatever you want to call it. We'll do another one next week. I'm going to do a bit of a chest workout now as well, because it hasn't been too long of a workout, but I'm not going to record that, so there's still more content to be made. I could go a bit more in depth in the videos. I feel like this video's come to an alright length. So, obviously like, comment, subscribe guys. I will see you on the next one.